Are you good, girl? Oh, we live.
Oh. Hey.
Hey, y'all. Listen, Let's Keep It 100 is live on YouTube. Bloop. So listen, I'm here. I'm just Jackie.
And I'm the Empress Nic.
Yes. And guess what? Y'all see us together.
Hey.
On the same screen. Again. So what does that mean? Somebody somewhere. I'm just Jackie is here in New York. Okay.
Back on tour. That tour never ended.
The tour never ended, y'all. The tour never ended. You know how you have those extended dates? So I had a couple of extended dates. And seriously, this is the last leg in 2018.
The year is over, so obviously. But if it was up to you,
I'd still be going, girl. I'd still be going. So, with all that being said, beautifuls, and I'm so used to saying beautiful because I know I'm on YouTube, and that's what I call my people who watch me on YouTube.
What do we call our people? We should come up with a name for our viewers, listeners.
When we pop up on Instagram, maybe we can ask them for some suggestions.
Yeah.
So, we just starting off on YouTube right now, and then we're about to hop up on Instagram, but you know, to everybody who has subscribed to Let's Keep It 100, it's YouTube. Thank you very much, because it's going to be worth clicking that subscribe button. We got some good things coming in 2019. So, you know, when did we start? What was our first broadcast?
That's a good question. I want to say around either like April or May.
I was thinking April as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So it was after Vegas, right? Definitely after Vegas.
Yes.
Okay, so definitely after Vegas. Vegas was April.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay, so y'all, this is my webcam from my laptop. So if the clarity is bad, bear with us, because by the time we come back in 2019, we're gonna get all of these kinks and stuff worked out. Because I really wanted to go live from my phone, but she being disrespectful, and Nick is about to hop on IG. From her phone, and we're about to get this popping. So
let's do this.
Yeah. Oh, look, we got time already. Look at that. So,
see, look at all these little improvements already.
So we ain't gotta keep asking y'all what time is it. So we 2 minutes in, 2.5 minutes in, and we about to hop on IG. Because that's probably pretty much where everybody gonna pop on if they're gonna pop on. But this way, we got an Instagram. I keep saying Instagram because we used to be on Instagram. This way, we got a YouTube channel, so when we go live, we can save it. And then if you guys missed the live, all y'all gotta do is come back and just hit play, you know, in the on the YouTube channel. So there you go. We about to go live everywhere. I should hop on Twitter.
Yeah, you forgot about that.
I'm hop on Twitter.
Oh damn! I have to pause this because I don't want to get notifications and stuff while we're trying to. Because you know what I figured out?
I be getting notifications.
That's what interrupts the broadcast.
Oh, when so you get notifications off. Yeah. Listen,
you can, if you're on Wi-Fi, you should put your actual phone on airplane mode.
Oh really? Oh, but there you go. Do that.
And then turn
and I can
off
still
your
get on
notifications. Yeah. You know how it is when you're like on a plane.
Yeah, turn off airplane mode or use it. Okay, whatever. All right. So how do you go live on Twitter? I ain't never been live on Twitter before. How you go live on Twitter?
Don't get me to lying.
That's just the homepage.
Right. Wait, let me see.
Oh,
there you go.
Look at here. Look at here. So they would like to ask it. Yeah, sure. Sure. Let's keep 100.
So what's going on? I know we just like ignoring YouTube.
We should have had it together, but we
had a little technical difficulty, so we're getting it together now.
So listen, bear with us, y'all. Y'all already know how Jackie rolls. Okay, so don't even worry about it.
We definitely appreciate y'all though, for sure.
This connection not good.
Why are you on the Wi-Fi, right? Yeah. Are you on the Wi-Fi on your phone?
Yeah. All right. You about to hop on? See how I was about to get notifications, but maybe that's what it is.
So how's everyone's year been?
Yeah, how was y'all's 2018? As y'all seen the title, it's a wrap. It's a wrap, y'all. 2018 is coming to a nice end.
I'm having connection issues too. I wonder if the Wi-Fi is acting up.
Yeah, I can't do it up here either. So, but yeah, so
take it off the Wi-Fi.
They tried it. You know what I should do? I should get on my hotspot and then get off of your. Because maybe it's too many people on.
Oh, you know what? That's probably true.
Yeah, maybe it's too many people on the thing.
Trying to get on Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
And we got this too. Mm-hmm. And yeah, that's probably it. All right, so I'm gonna stay on.
And I'm about to hop on. So y'all bear with us. Y'all see we trying to work it out. We trying to work it out.
We're gonna get it right. We're gonna get it right.
We're trying to work it out. I might have to disconnect and come back.
Mm-hmm. Oh, disconnect this.
Yeah, but I'm gonna see if I can switch to Wi-Fi real quick. Here we go. Connect.
Let me try.
Yeah, I know.
Let me try this one.
Y'all love us. Y'all love us. Work with us. Love us. Let me see if I can do this here.
I don't know what's going on.
It's being disrespectful.
This is a hot mess.
See, they don't want us to be great, y'all. They do not want us to be great.
Hot mess. I don't know what's going on with my connection, but you know what? I'm gonna have to get over here and just get off this Wi-Fi. Cause one monkey don't stop no shit.
I know that's right. Listen, this monkey over here trying to spell. I can't get it right. Listen. Y'all, this is the behind the scenes stuff that y'all don't see YouTubers go through. Okay, so this is real. We definitely keeping it 100. Okay, so definitely keeping it 100. Oh, we live now.
Live on Insta.
Is you live?
Hey, Insta, look who's here.
Hi, I'm just Jackie, live in New York. Hey. Live in New York. So, hey y'all, we're gonna get y'all time.
Let's keep it 100.
Look at that. Hey, Big Dev.
Real Big Dev, what's good? Thanks for tuning in. Bitches is late, but you know.
Listen, we only 12 minutes late. 12. We got up here before 3:15. That's good. That's good. That's good. Well, ain't nothing going on but this rent, baby. Look, we was having technical difficulties. I don't know. He said, "What's up?" I said, "Yeah, we always working to pay for the rent." You know,
you ain't lying.
We up here trying to get the YouTube straight. We up here trying to get Twitter, and everything's being disrespectful right now, Deb.
What's going on with you, Deb? How are you? This is I didn't put the little name up there, but this is Let's Keep It 100. It's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
So it's the end of the year. What's going on with you? What are your highs? What are your lows for the year? Has it been a good one? With your fine ass. What's good? I love that name.
I thought you was talking to Deb.
No. Oh, I should have did a little pause right there. Right? I'm not saying that you're not fine, Deb, but I wasn't specifically talking to you.
Oh, you Bobo.
With your fine ass. What's good? Thanks for tuning in. I love that screen name.
I like it too.
What's going on? Welcome to Let's Keep It 100. This is our 2018 wrap up. And Jackie, let's start with you. How was your 2018? What are some highs? What are some lows? Overall, how has this year been for you?
Okay, so overall, we shout out to Vodka. Oh, you ain't going. She got to chase everything. She got a real one.
Not everything, but alcohol. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Don't play me like that.
I'm sorry, baby. I was just thinking about the alcohol, but okay, y'all. So for me, my 2018 overall, I thoroughly enjoyed my 2018. Yes, there were ups and downs. Yes, there were some super highs, and Lord knows it was some super lows. Okay, super lows. But some highlights. Oh, let's keep it a buck, bitch. Okay, listen, I'm gonna keep it a buck. That's my tagline. I like to say, let's keep it a buck. My highlight. One of the highlights was I finally got divorced. So that was a high for me. Some people might say it's a low, but it was a high because it was a relationship that dragged out too long, and it dragged out to the point where I stopped living. And then now I'm divorced, and I can't say it. I was about to say, girl, I ain't even living, but let me stop. I've been on tour, but we're gonna get back to that. So I haven't been living my best life all of 2018. Let me put it like that. So that was a big high for me, the divorce. And honestly, deciding to go to therapy was a high for me too, because it was much needed. If I didn't go to therapy, I would not be in the place where I'm at right now to this day. And like, you seen the tweet that I put out like a week ago. I just said I was happy. Mm-hmm. I'm just happy. I'm happy. I mean, everything ain't going like I wanted or whatever, but at the end of the day, I'm happy. I can't get mad about stuff that I can't control. Right. If I don't have no control over the situation, I can't beat myself up over it. I know it's going to work itself out. It might not work out in my time. Right. I have to learn how to be patient too, girl. Mm. Oh God, we all got to be patient. So get some patience and I know things ain't going right for everybody at whatever given point in your life, but just have some patience and it'll work itself out. It's going to work out when it's supposed to. Maybe sometimes we do just need to go through shit. You know, to get a better perspective, to get a better appreciation. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's my. So I had high. Those are my highs.
That's your highs.
Oh, so my lows, girl, my lows. Okay, so my place flooded. My place flooded back in July, and I was living in a hotel for 3 months, and it was a nightmare. Y'all. It was a freaking nightmare. So that was one. And the other one, I broke my foot. But honestly, the broke foot didn't slow me down.
Damn sure did.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, and let me tell you, probably the biggest highlight was going on tour. Miss Jackie had her own tour that I didn't even announce. Okay?
You didn't have to. Everybody saw you. You saw people.
I saw people. People knew me and I knew them. I was like, hey, so, but yeah, that was probably like the biggest highlight, because I've been to so many states and met so many beautiful people through podcasting, through just social media, period. So, but yeah, so that was my 2018. What about you?
So this year for me has been relatively low key compared to other years, but that's a good thing because the past 2 or 3 years before this year was absolute hell. So I actually welcome the peacefulness, the happiness, like you said. I've been doing some reflecting myself, and I realized this is the most peaceful and happy I have ever been. And I don't have much going on, but that's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel peaceful. I have peace of mind. Ain't no nigga stressing me. I can pay my bills. You know, I'm doing what I want to do now, and it feels really, really good.
Yes.
So my high of the year came at the end of, it came in the middle of the year, but I didn't technically announce it until kind of the end of the year. But my baby is having a baby.
Yes.
So I'm going to be a grandma, as they say. And that is a big, that trumps everything else that has happened to me this year. You know what I'm saying? I'm really, really happy about that.
I'm here in person, so I'm officially say congratulations.
Thank you.
And welcome to the Glam Mom.
I was about to say I've joined the club.
Welcome to the Glam Mom Club, because we both some fly.
Yes.
Fly 40 Glam Moms. There you go.
It feels really, really good. So that was definitely the highest high. Also, like I said, just being really peaceful, being really happy. Not wanting for nothing, not really needing for anything. You know, my needs are taken care of. I guess that's one of the reasons why I feel just at peace. You know,
right?
I've gotten rid of a lot of toxic people, thoughts, practices. So overall, I'm just in a good place. You know, I did a mini tour myself, actually, not physically, but I did. You know, I was a guest on a lot of podcasts
and I listened to all
and shows. Thank you. And that was really good because I have taken a break from podcasting, but I still, you know, I've made a guest appearance on some really good podcasts and people that I respect.
Shout out to D-Murph.
So that felt really good, and I put on my my event, a pod connection.
That was a high.
That was a big high. That was amazing. Just being in a room with so many people that shared, you know, my same passion, and just seeing Black people like come together and just
all love, y'all.
I mean, it was just so good.
No negativity.
No type of negativity. Like, it was good. Everybody was there. You know, they had a purpose. They was like happy to be around the same people. It was just really, really good. So shout out to Great Jaden that helped me with that. But that was just really good. That was a big high. So my lows this year, I will say that I'm kind of ending the year with, you know, without some people that I thought I would be, you know, would still be in my life. But sometimes people don't always go with you where you you're going. You know what I'm saying? But I have gained a really good friend, which I wouldn't have saw. Last year that me and Jackie would be that me and Jackie would be as cool, as we are. So I lost some, but I gained some. And not just friends, but like I said, as far as like that toxic stuff, like certain relationships that I had with certain people and men included, I let that shit go.
Yeah.
So overall, this has been a very, very good year for me.
Yeah.
Very good. I can't really complain about too much. Cheers to that. It has been really, really good.
So I'm gonna say thank you to you. I'm gonna say thank you. Because over the year of 2018, you have gave me some sound advice. We just literally had this conversation. Now, I may not have I listened to everything you said. I listened.
No, you hear.
Well, I heard it, but I had to see it with my own eyes. Yes. And I'm just like, so what do I always do? I always come back like a week or two later. I'm like, girl, you was right. I should have listened to you. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Kelly. Hey,
Kelly.
But yeah, I just want to appreciate you for for being a soundboard for me, for one, because you listened to a lot of shit throughout 2018. And you helped me let stuff go too. Like, you helped me realize certain things ain't even worth holding on to. That's a waste of energy. You need to focus on bigger and better things, and don't let other people's negativity drag you down to their level. And it took I thought I was doing that, but I wasn't. I was coming back being the petty of the pettiest. I have petty moments in 2018. I'm gonna keep it real. But hopefully, if people really, because people are paying attention to me. I know you are. I don't know no names, but I know you're paying attention to me. So if you're paying attention, you see Jackie has really just stayed to herself, minding her business. And I'm rocking with people who I just like to rock with, whether it just be on Twitter and we doing shits and giggles on Twitter or Instagram, or we actually text and talk or whatever. That's me. If whatever I'm tweeting, I'm just tweeting just fun shit, or I'm responding to other people's crazy shit. It's just like, I'm just so over the drama, and we're gonna leave all that bullshit in 2018, and we just gonna keep it pushing it to 2019, and let's go forward. It's not worth it. So let me be big girl. We about to wrap this up in 2018. So even though I can sit here and say that nothing I have done or said was intentional, I wasn't trying to hurt people intentionally. What I was trying to do was get people to see that some things ain't what they always appear to be on the other side of the fence. But at the end of the day, people gonna see what they want to see. So if I offended anybody, if I disrespected anybody, whether it be anything I said, tweeted, on my post or whatever, on any platform, I'm gonna sit here and say, I'm sorry. I apologize. I was in a different place in my life at that point in time, and I wanted to just lash out and hurt people because I was hurt. Okay, so just going to therapy is just helping me work a whole lot of emotions out. And like I said, I'm sorry to anybody. So if I stepped on some toes, I apologize.
You heard it here first.
What Kelly
said, girl, you and me both. I know, that's right. Thank you to everyone that has tuned in since we started. I appreciate you guys. Tell us some of your highs and lows for this year. I know it's been a hell of a year, actually, for some others. But it's been a good year for like music. It's been a good year for entertainment, period. Like movies, shows.
You think it's been a good year for all people in general? Just in general, whether it be entertainment, music, or whatever.
I think so. It hasn't been. I know there's been like some, scandals and uproars and stuff, but I think overall, like, it balanced out.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I think overall it pretty much balanced out. 2018 hasn't. I could be wrong, but it don't seem to be like one of the craziest years. Like, I remember 2016 was like crazy for a lot of people. Everybody was just like, yo, I can't wait for this fucking year to be over. I haven't really seen that.
I was over 2016. I was over 2017. Yeah.
2016 was hell for me. I mean, absolute hell. So
y'all just don't know.
I've grown so much since then. So that's another thing too. that I'm happy about, and it was a high for me, just like growth. Because when I look back, like you said, I've just grown from just so many things. You know what I mean? And I'm able to just like see past like a lot of just bullshit. A lot of bullshit.
I know Big Dev left a comment. How far can we go back? Because he said something. Is this it? Oh, he said, overall, my 2018 was dope, challenging, but began continued a few creative journeys. Ain't perfect, but I can't complain. Word up. I know that's right. I know that's right. You here, ain't you? You still here.
It has been a creative year for a lot of people.
A lot of people.
Like a lot of people have been putting out like really, really good content. Like different stuff, just like different podcasts, different shows, different TV shows I'm seeing people do. Like people are really reaching into their creative bag and putting out good stuff. I think that's a good time for it too.
It's a good time for everybody. Yeah. Especially the creatives out there. We need more creatives. Come on. Everybody got something creative.
So listen, so you're on a podcast, you have your YouTube, you have this forum with me as well. What do you see yourself doing differently or bigger and better for 2019?
Listen, y'all, let me tell you something. Y'all know I always refer to myself in third person. I'm just Jackie. Y'all know I'm just Jackie, this B. Listen, I want to get back on task. I want to get back on track with my creativity. So the last couple of weeks, we've been brainstorming. And I know you noticed I've been click.
I feel like I need to be paying this bitch, really. I've been going in.
I've been clicking on all four cylinders. So hopefully just moving back home and closing some doors that I needed to close and progressing forward, that's helping get my creative juices going, because I want to get back on my YouTube. I'm just trying to figure out when I'm gonna start, but at the end of the day, my whole setup is my bedroom, my vanity, and it's not set up yet because I'm still trying to move stuff in. So I feel like as soon as I get my vanity set up like I want it, I'll be back on my YouTube and everything. And I'm gonna try to bring my natural hair back in because that's what I started, and I just got away from it. So I want to incorporate more natural hair with whatever. Y'all know I'm still gonna give you wigs. You know what I mean? Y'all know that. Yeah. Y'all know, but I want to come up here and do some styles and stuff with my hair and everything. So I'm gonna try to come back and do that. And I want Let's Keep It 100 to get bigger and better. Definitely. So speaking of bigger and better, y'all need to subscribe to this YouTube channel. I keep telling y'all to.
You know, we're kind of ignoring our YouTube people over here. Hey, y'all, do we have to? Where's the little line?
Girl, all in the way. Hold on. Y'all know, work with me. Is this it? Oh, right here. Anybody, because they'll tell you if somebody's up there. Okay. So, but yeah, I just want to stay on task and stay focused. And regardless of something like if I get a lemon or two, I want to hurry up and make the lemonade. I don't want it to slow me down. I don't want to, because a lot of stuff just stopped me. I just stopped. I stopped my YouTube. I stopped everything. The only thing I kept going was podcasting, and I felt like the reason why I kept going with the podcasting, because if I didn't have a partner like you and John, I probably would have let that fall to the side. So if you were like doing something,
well, like you said with your YouTube, you're doing it solo. Yeah. So it's like,
and you guys are dependent on me. John depends on me. You depend on me, and I'm just like I'm just not that person. I don't like letting people down. Right. So if anything, you guys are giving me that energy to encourage me to keep going, to keep pushing and moving, and eventually it'll boil back over to my solo projects. And yeah, I want to get back on task. So yeah.
Okay, cool.
What about you, girl?
So for me, definitely, Let's Keep It 100 is at the top. I'm gonna read Kelly's comment in a minute. It's at the top of my list of things that I want to just grow and do new things and just be bigger and better. We got some new things coming up for you guys, new ideas, new topics, new content. Sing great, Jackie and Nick.
New format.
Yeah, look out for that. But yeah, so that's at the top of my list. Creatively, that I'm playing with bringing back Talking with Empress Nic, my podcast, my solo podcast. I'm thinking about that. I'm not 100% sure.
Okay.
But my daughter is due in April, and then she's also, planning for a wedding as well. So 2018 for me is going to be, I already know, kind of focused on her. So I don't want to plan too much because I don't want to have to fall back or disappoint. Okay. Yes, and I know, I'm going to be pretty focused when it comes to like her and what she's got going on.
But Y'all gonna be hot flashing, no baby, no.
But yeah, so definitely this forum, definitely a pod connection is coming in July.
Shout that out, girl. Come on.
Yeah, a pod connection is coming in July. If is any podcasters following or when this broadcast goes live, if you are a podcaster, please hit up apodconnection@gmail.com. We are coming to Houston. I got something that I'm not putting out there just yet because, listen, the podcast game is very competitive. And I welcome it. It's very competitive, but you got to be careful when you put stuff out there because, woo!
Listen.
Woo! So I ain't putting it out there yet, but I see y'all on my heels, and it's cool. But I got something coming. So Houston in July.
It's gonna be popping.
It's gonna be popping. If y'all not already follow a Pod Connection on Instagram, also a Pod Connection on Twitter. And if I don't already, please send me an email at apodconnection@gmail.com. You do not want to miss what I have.
Are we going to be on some Harlem Night shit in Houston?
It's going to be a fucking movie.
Oh, we're going to be on some Harlem Night shit.
It's going to be a movie, and I'm not even joking about that.
I ain't even going to ask you nothing. I don't want to tell no more tea. No more tea.
Ball gown.
No more tea. That's all she putting out.
Shit, and that's all I'm saying.
That's all she putting out. You better get your tux. You better get your ball.
Buy a ball gown.
That's it. Let's get it popping. Is it all black now?
It's, well, not all black, but I would say black tie.
Okay, what's black tie, y'all?
Black tie. No bullshit. Black tie. So let's see. Thank you, everybody that has tuned in since we started. Kelly says, my 2018 was rough, maybe my worst. Oh, sorry to hear that, Kelly. But I always see the positive in things. I've grown more than I expected, met great people, including you all. Aw, thank you, Boo. You are one of our biggest supporters, and I really, really appreciate that. We really appreciate you. And has some good dating. Kelly's dating story.
Listen, girl.
Hilarious. and both experiences. Kelly, first of all, I just feel like you're too good of a person to settle. So I feel like that's kind of why some of this stuff is going on with you. But do not settle. Like, do not settle for. No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I'm saying I think that's the reason why, because she's not settled for no bullshit. But that's the reason why it's always like, oh yeah, I was talking to him, but no. I want
to interview Kelly because
we should.
I know she got some interesting shit. You need to be on my life after 40. Well, you ain't after 40.
Young. Yeah, she young.
But you could be on my after 40.
But Kelly, so I just wanted to say thank you for being one of our biggest supporters.
Yes, Kelly Boo.
Do not settle. Do not settle. He is out there. Real Big Dev 216 says we do need more creatives. Definitely.
100.
Hey, DD Sweets, what's good?
Hey,
Thanks for tuning in. As certain New Yorkers say, salute the gods. What's good? Appreciate you. Oh, Kelly says we are great. Thank you so much, Kelly. I appreciate you.
Indira, you know you my Kelly Boo. Kelly.
Indira 8288. What's good? Thanks for tuning in. She says she's down for an interview anytime.
Girl, don't tell me that because you know 2018 ain't over yet. You know I'm trying to wrap this tour up. Trying to wrap the tour up, telling Kelly, don't do me like that, girl.
So what's good, y'all? What has been going on? What's been on your mind? What's been on the timeline? What y'all want to talk about? I think one of the biggest things, Jackie, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I ain't saying nothing.
Was the King of R&B conversation. What she say?
She's talking about 2019. I'll be down.
Oh, okay. So the King of R&B conversation dominated the timeline for the past week or so. And I know, a few other people have already talked about this, but let's do like a little different spin on it.
Oh, I'm laughing.
Before we get, I know that was crazy. You know what? I shouldn't say it was crazy. I'll say it was bold. But it was bold for Jacquees.
Yes.
Who started all of this.
Yes.
To make that statement. It was bold.
Very bold. Very bold. Very bold. But my thing is, would it have took off and blew up like that if somebody else called Jacquees the King of R&B? Or is it just the fact that he called himself?
Yes, I think it's because he calls himself. I think it would have still had some traction had somebody else said it, but I think it would have, for the most part, been kind of brushed off.
Okay.
If somebody else would have said it. Waiting to take my black ass to Chicago next year for college. Okay, 2019 gonna be good for me. That's what's up. Like they said, Beyonce is the king of R&B.
Listen,
I'm not even really mad at that though, to be honest. But
no,
is Beyonce R&B still?
I don't even.
So that's one of the things we're going to talk about. Let's not go there yet. That's one of the things we're going to talk about.
On that one,
so before we get started, I want you guys to tell us who is your king of R&B. Let's keep it to 3. Let's keep the list to 3 to 5.
Yeah,
3 to 5. Not overall. I'm asking who is your personal.
No matter what.
Your personal.
What era, whatever.
And you go back as far as you want. Mm-hmm. Who are your personal kings of R&B? Mm-hmm. Jackie?
I don't know, girl. You know I got my list. No particular order. No particular order.
How are you gonna say no particular order?
Do you want me to put them in order? It's kind of hard.
It's hard for you to put.
Yeah, I can't put them in order. I'm just gonna put them on.
I won't be too hard.
I'm gonna put them on my list. But if y'all been paying attention to me on Twitter, I've been dropping a couple of guys from my playlist. So some of y'all might know 2 of them that's on my playlist. I mean, on my list right now. So, but the first one, I'm gonna go with Luther. I'm gonna go with Luther Vandross. He can be.
You could really stop right there, to be honest, but
yeah. Oh, we're gonna read their comments right now. Okay. So Luther Vandross, and then I'm gonna go with Brian McKnight.
Good one.
I'm gonna go with Genuine. Now remember, no particular order. I'm gonna go with Teddy Pendergrass, and I'm gonna go with D'Angelo.
Ooh.
Those are my 5.
Yes.
Those are my 5.
Yes.
And they can't be in no group. These are just single people, like single artists, not no group.
Yeah, no groups. We're gonna get to that in a minute.
Okay.
Remind me to get back to D'Angelo.
Okay. All right. So what's your 5?
Okay, so my 5, and I'm just going by. I'm going by when I put on my playlist who I listen to the most, because I feel like maybe I don't even realize it, but that's my favorite. If I'm always going to that person,
yes,
then I feel like that's my favorite. Yes. Right. So I'm gonna start off with Trey Songz. Trey Songz is my favorite. Yeah, and for a lot of different reasons, but we'll get into him later. So Trey Songz, problematic as he is, R. Kelly. And I know
I didn't put him on the list due to the problematism.
Yes, okay. I know, but if I'm keeping it 100, as we try to do here,
yes, I
still listen to R. Kelly. Sometimes it's uncomfortable. But what I'm saying is, if he comes up on my playlist, it's not like I'm fast forwarding, I still listen, and that's just the Black Ass Violin. Like
I was just listening to "Feeling on Your Booty," just listening to it last.
So
night.
I may not go look for him, but
he comes up on my playlist.
He's there, and he's in a lot of playlists that I've created myself. So I'm still listening to R. Kelly. My 3rd would be Usher.
Okay.
I really like Usher. I listen to him often. And 4th would be Genuine for me. Genuine, I used to have the biggest. Ain't none of your friends' business. Ain't none of your friends' business. The biggest crush on Genuine. And then if I just go by, like I said, who I'm listening to often, it's Luther. It's definitely Luther. Like Luther.
That's why I pick the people on my list, because those are the ones that I pulled that's in heavy rotation, you know, because Usher is not, I'm gonna keep it a buck, Usher's not on my playlist like that. Now, Usher got bops, and don't get me wrong, I love me some Usher, but sometimes Usher don't give me R&B, sometimes he gives me pop. So it's, so that, and no shade to Chris Brown, but Chris Brown don't,
So now here's the thing: Chris Brown is a king of R&B. He is, and that's factual.
It seems like he's popping me personal.
And you're right. You're right. But that's a lot of people on the list.
Yeah.
So we're gonna talk about the changes in R&B in a little bit. But let's see what they have said. All right. So we got D'Angelo, Beyonce, and Jill Scott. Oh, I love me some Jill Scott. What?
I was really just thinking about men. Since it was Jacquees,
He says, good point. Why name anyone after Luther? Okay.
That's it.
If you really want to get real with this.
Our house is not a home.
Might as well say Kevin Hart is your favorite comedian. Why you say that? I can't stand no Kevin Hart.
I'm over Kevin Hart, and he's not even
He's
not even in my top 5, yo.
I cannot stand him. He's not even really that.
He's not even in my top 5. But I got a couple of honorable mentions.
Yeah, go ahead.
And I I really wanted to put him on my list, but we only doing top 5. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to say, because I was struggling between Sam Cooke and D'Angelo, because they kind of give me the same energy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I wanted to put D'Angelo up there. So I say Sam Cooke, Freddie Jackson.
Oh, Freddie.
Mm-hmm. And then I'm struggling between Joe and Tank, but I would have to go with Joe because I think Joe had more. He got more mainstream energy from us people. Tank ain't really get that love that he should have got when he.
So speaking of Tank, did you have more?
No, that's it. Those are my honorable mentions.
So speaking of Tank, he chimed in with all of this King of R&B conversation, and I don't know if it was a list that he created, but he posted a list that someone else may have created, and he was on the list. Okay. I think he was like 4 or something like that. And I got in, and so, I posted on Twitter a few things about the conversation. And I got a lot of feedback with people saying that they feel like Tank is, doesn't get the props that he deserves. He's a little bit underrated. I personally have never really got into him. Like, I've never been a big fan of his, and I can't really even think of too many songs of his. So I was kind of confused as to why, but I didn't dismiss it because a lot of people were saying, were like Tank. And I'm like, well, damn, what did I miss? Because I've never really been big on him.
Tank he has the discography. That's what we call it, or whatever. He does. I'm going to keep it a buck. I can't give you like 5 songs off the top of my head.
But what does that mean?
But the thing is, if I go play his CD right now, I'll be like, oh, yeah, I forgot about that. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So the reason why we forgetting about that is because, for one, Tank didn't get that radio play. I'm trying to tell you, did I say Frank or Tank? Whatever. Tank didn't get that radio play like Joe got. You know what I'm saying? Tank got I Deserve. That's one of my favorite songs from Tank. And then that new shit he got out, when we...
I like that one kind of.
Yeah, but it's stuff in between. But due to the fact that I don't think he ever got mainstream. That's the thing. He can sing,
but why?
I don't know if it was a case of bad management. Label didn't, because you got no label push because like. I don't know. Let's say Rihanna and Beyonce is on the same record label, which I don't know. I don't know what the hell record label they are. But who are they gonna push? Who are you gonna promote?
Beyonce.
I got the perfect example. Craig Mack, Biggie Smalls. Who got the push?
Yep. I don't
need to say nothing else.
You don't need to say nothing else.
That's it. I don't need to say nothing else. That's it. But yeah, so I just think it's all about management and promo and all that stuff.
So not necessarily his own doing or his talent, but maybe, outside forces kind of kept him from...
Oh, sorry to cut you off. Did you see the Unsung from Case?
No.
Check that out when you get time. Because he basically talked about the industry like that. They won't pushing him. They won't pushing his music. And we know Case got some songs. You know what I'm saying? And one particular, I can't even think of the name of the album, but that album has some nice joints up there, but we ain't gonna never know about it because the industry won't pushing him like that.
Oh, Please Don't Go. Yeah, that's the name of it. Yep, that's the other one.
Oh, y'all got baby.
Oh, Big Dev is saying he wrote a lot of Jamie Foxx songs.
He did? Know that. Oh, I didn't know that. But that's where the money at, though, baby.
Yeah, in writing. Yes.
That's where the money is at.
Yes. Yeah. So a lot of people, I think that's a good idea for people that maybe, the public hasn't embraced you like they should have, but you can still do something behind the scenes, like produce or songwrite.
Yeah. Did you know what I'm talking about?
Okay. Yeah. With Case, I'm gonna go look at that because I really like Case. He has some joints.
That was a good Unsung. Yeah, that was a good
Unsung is a good show.
It really sometimes I be crying on that thing. I know. I didn't know that though.
Like, these people so talented, but they couldn't shoot off.
Yeah.
All right. So my next question in the same R&B discussion. Do you feel like an R&B? We're talking about men here. We'll talk about maybe queens another time. But we're talking about kings right now. Do you feel like an R&B singer or a king, do you feel like a requirement of that should be that he's sexy?
Like, what do you mean, sexy? Physical?
Yeah, like physically, like sexy.
Okay, let's come on, y'all. Let's keep it a buck. Case ain't the finest man. He's not, but I don't know. He got sex appeal though. I don't know. Listen, because when he did "Touch Me, Tease Me" with Mary and
no, that was Case. Oh, you said Case?
Yeah,
you said Case. When you said Case, I'm thinking about the dude from Jodeci.
not Casey. No. Casey, when he did the joint with
sexy. Yeah, you're right. That's how I was like,
when he did the joint with I can't even talk anymore. When he did the joint with Mary J.
That's how I was like,
when he did the joint with Mary J and Foxy Brown, he had that like do-rag swag, and he was giving me like the one of roughneck type tees from MC Light type thing, and I was like, ooh, because I'm thinking he was digging this. That's exactly what I was thinking. Papa, just keep me laced up. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so do they have to be?
No, not have to be, but do you think that should be okay? Because like when we're breaking it down, we're saying, okay, yes, if you're gonna be a king or you're gonna be an R&B artist or whatever, you got to be able to sing, you got to be able to talk to ladies, you got to have this, you got to have that. Do you think one of the requirements should be that they be sexy?
They need to have sex appeal, and I'm not talking about just physical. Now, if you got that physical, that's just a plus for you. But you got to have some type of sex appeal, because I'm about to give y'all the king of R&B, duly noted from his, God rest her soul, Whitney. She said Bobby was the king of R&B, but Bobby had this sex appeal because he can dance. Bobby could sing. Bobby made you feel like he was up in you.
And he had that like little, like I shouldn't even say little, but he had that arrogance.
Yes. So. And Bobby was the finest. Let's keep it real. Bobby was the finest and still ain't the finest. But what made him fine was everything else that tied up in the bow for his sex appeal. Because he could move and oh God, I want to ride with you. Remember when he did that little dip on the floor like he did that? Oh, Bobby!
So your answer is yes.
Oh Jesus! Yeah, they gotta have some sex appeal. I got another one. Eddie Kane Jr. Y'all can't say shit about Eddie Kane Jr. Wait. When Eddie Kane Jr. hit that note in the 5 Heartbeats movie, everybody's panties dropped. He said, is there a heart in the house tonight? I'm done. Did the panties not fall off in the movie?
Yes, they did.
Okay. Yes, shout out to Eddie Kane Jr. Y'all gonna let me have Eddie.
Hey, Sweet Mocha, what's good? Thanks for tuning in. ZZ84, what's good?
Hey,
thanks for tuning in.
Oh.
Bobby was hood as fuck and still on Ghostbusters too, yep. They damn sure did. But that was like at the highlight of his career, so he was everywhere at that point.
Bobby had Janet.
But Whitney tried to tell us a long time ago that Bobby was the king of R&B. She told us that. She been told us that. Like we ain't listen.
Shout out to Whitney. God bless.
But yeah, so in my opinion, for my personal taste, yes, I feel like because when I listen to R&B, it's like I'm in a certain type of mood.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Or I'm trying to get myself in a certain type of mood. So it's not that you're thinking about yourself with that particular artist, but it's just that the artist kind of gets you in that. And it's more believable. Mm-hmm. Like I believe Trey Songz with all the shit that he talk because of, the way he looks, like his persona.
He invented sex.
Like I believe it. You know what I'm saying? And Kels wasn't like the sexiest person to me. Mm-hmm. But he had back in the day sex appeal. Genuine. Yeah. He had sex appeal. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? D'Angelo. Oh God. Who could forget that damn?
How does it feel? Oh. I don't know. I'm still trying to find out D'Angelo La Holla. Yeah. My DMs is wide open.
Yeah, but he don't look the way he is.
No, he don't.
Listen, he don't. Angie Stone turned him the fuck out because he does not look
black brother
how he used to. I don't know what she did to him.
I love you. Yes. I want you.
So neo soul. I feel like neo soul artists don't get the recognition that they should. But somebody told me that was like not even like a real concept. Like it was created as kind of like a marketing.
No, because it's a concept. I think people are more accepting to neo soul now because you can't really say, "Oh, this person is R&B, but this person is not pop." You can't figure out which one they are. So they just created a whole new genre and called it neo soul.
So now that that's a good segue into our next topic. Mm-hmm. Is R&B like true R&B still alive? Like, if we don't go back, do we hear any true R&B anymore?
If we don't go back.
If we don't go back.
If you ask me right now. Mm-hmm. I'm looking at my list.
Trey, the only new Jack to have Aretha on their debut album. Really? What song? Let me go back and listen. Let me do my Googles. What song you talking about?
I don't know.
Shamar 06. Shamar 06 was good. Thanks for tuning in. Neo Soul was a gift and a curse. A lot of bullshit came out during that time. But Van Hunt, I remember that name. Van Hunt is a gift. New R&B is trash. Is it trash or is it just
the question is
not for
is
our
it R&B?
ears?
Is it true? It's not true R&B anymore.
Is there any real true R&B coming out anymore? If you don't go back 10, 15, 20 years, are you really hearing any what we call R&B?
No. We don't even have the male groups out there putting out anything. What happened to my Jagged Edge? What happened to my Jodeci's? 112. Hell, what's the one with Johnny Gill and LG? What was it? You know who I'm talking about? My body all over you. Yeah. But Johnny Gill, God rest his soul, Joe Levert, and
yes.
Who was the other one?
I can't remember, but I know who he's talking about.
Keith Sweat.
Was it Keith Sweat?
I think it was. Levert, Sweat, and
LSG?
Yeah,
it might have been him.
Y'all know who it is out there. But yeah, they were smart enough to say, hey, it won't no really groups out there. Mm-hmm. So let's all the three of us get together to do this male group.
What do you think was the last R&B group? That's something I asked on Twitter. For the most part, people were saying TGT, which is Tank.
Yeah, Tyrese, but I don't count them. The only reason why I don't count them because they were individual artists first. Mm-hmm. I want a group that originated as a group.
So who would you say is the last R&B group?
Girl, I'm gonna have to. Is it 112? Can you give me somebody?
In my opinion, I thought it was like B2K or something.
Oh, those are little boys.
Yeah. But they were still R&B.
They were still R&B. I'm gonna give you that because the reason why they don't pop in my head because at my age when they came out, they won't. That was for my daughters, you know.
Right. But I'm saying last.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I could be wrong because a lot of people answered me and they were saying like mad people just said TGT. Oh, you know who they said too? Day 26, which I never really got into. But
there was a group. I'll give y'all that. There was a group.
But the R&B group is pretty much dead. That's a wrap.
And why is that? Because people can't get along. They can't make it work. What's the problem?
Probably. But if we go back to our question about real R&B, I don't think we have it. It's not popular anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a mix. There's a mix of R&B and hip hop, and in my opinion, it's more hip hop than it's R&B. And so that is my next question. What do you think was the start of the downfall of us not having any real true R&B anymore?
Well, at first it was a good thing. But I'm like you. My question is, when did it start getting to the point where it became a downfall, demise to true R&B?
To R&B, right?
Because
not to the culture, because we've got plenty of good songs. Mixture.
The mixture. I'm not down in the mixture.
If we're just talking about pure R&B, it's kind of dead.
Yeah, no rap artist appearance. Just somebody just straight singing 10 tracks on their album. Just 10.
And here's the thing too, R&B artists are now starting to rap.
I know.
So it's like, I'll give you my opinion. And let me tell y'all, there is not a celebrity that I personally love more than Diddy. So it hurts me to say this.
Oh, Diddy did it.
But in my personal opinion, I feel like when Mary first came out, that's when we started to mix, because that started the whole. What was her name at first? Queen of Hip Hop Soul.
Queen of Hip Hop Soul. But listen, I'm laughing because you brought Mary into the picture. Because I was going to say when Mary and Meth dropped "You're All I Need," that's when it just took off.
But it started to happen before that.
It did, but it started happening more
and more
because they won that Grammy. You know, for that, people like, hey, let me start collabing with some of these other
artists. I agree with you 100%. So when they started to see that this mix of R&B and hip hop works, it's like we have not. It's like nobody kind of went back to just plain R&B. And some artists since then, obviously have tried. Mm-hmm. Like let's say I don't know, Music Soul Child, or like the one guy that I have never got into, Anthony Hamilton, or like there's some guys that just some R&B, some artists that really try to stick to that, but they don't get the recognition or the fame, or the song doesn't pop off.
Do you really? He got some good songs.
He has one song that I like, but Jesus. I can't remember the name of it.
Charlene?
Anyway, no, definitely not Charlene. I think that's it. Okay. I think that's the one song from his that I like. But in my opinion, that's kind of the start of the downfall when Puffy and like Uptown and then Bad Boy started. And then the reason why I say him too is because Puffy got big and famous off of sampling like old school R&B.
Yeah. You think Puffy was the king of collaborations at that time? Like when it started happening, you think Puffy,
I think so.
He was in the mix of like every time somebody had a remix.
And he lived in like both worlds. You know what I'm saying? And Puffy loves R&B. So obviously he does, because you can tell from the samples that he used that he loves R&B. Think of like Mace had like R&B samples. Like everybody just had an R&B sample. Look at Mariah. Like Mariah was an R&B artist, right? But she was always around hip hop artists and collaborating with hip hop artists.
Now she started
She took it somewhere too.
She took it to another level too with Old Dirty Bastard came on that song. So,
but not even just that, she had collaborations with the Lox.
Yeah.
I mean, Jadakiss. Like she's had collaborations with so many rap artists.
Yeah, but that Old Dirty started it though. And
yeah,
it took it to a whole nother
So that's
level.
what I'm saying. So to me, I feel like who was the producer of that song? I can't remember, but to me, that's kind of like the start of the end.
Okay. For me. Well, yeah, that's my thing. I just want somebody to drop an R&B album that's just straight up vocals. No auto-tune, no rap appearances, just straight up. I can play that and somebody gonna dig me down to it. Yes.
You got Trey Songz for that. No, Trey Songz is way too hip hop. He's not hip hop. He's too rap centered.
Oh,
I mean, I love him. Don't get me wrong, but like he's more like that edge, and I think that comes from like the rap part of his, influence, and he raps too.
But you know what I think the problem is why some of these artists aren't getting the mainstream is because, like you said, I think true R&B is just dead. Everybody thinks R&B. You gotta have you sing it and you gotta have a feature. Or you gotta rap or auto-tune or whatever. Right. Because Avant, honey. Ooh. I could have said him, but he's not mainstream, but he should be. You know what I'm saying? Woo. Now somebody can dig me down to that.
Yeah. That is my song.
Shout out to
oh my gosh. That's on my playlist right now. Yeah, I did love me some Avant. I really did. He was good. You know who I didn't like when I was younger? Joe. But I listen to his stuff now, and I really like his stuff.
But Joe was a side, everybody Joe talking about, so Joe was the true side.
He was the most nasty ass.
That Joe was the true side.
Dirty Mac. All his songs was about Dirty Mac. And good Lord.
Shout out to Joe, but what do you do?
Yeah, but so I don't know if we can get back to that. You know what I mean? I feel like some people are trying to get back to that. So that would be good if we could. If we could get back to that. But nobody, like male or female, none of these singers have like strong voices. It's like whispering or they straining. Like they straining to sing and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's horrible. Like I could do what they doing.
Like I didn't even put Tyrese in the mix. Tyrese does have a voice, but even Tyrese came out with a freaking was it a rap album?
I don't know if it came out, but he was saying it was coming out, right?
I don't know if he ever dropped it, but yeah, so I don't know. It's like basketball players want to be rappers and rappers want to be basketball players. I'm just like, now R&B artists want to be rappers and rappers want to be R&B singers.
Right. R&B artists want to be rappers.
Yeah.
But if you ask me, the king for right now seems to be like Chris Brown or like Usher. Or Trey Songz for this generation.
Yeah, for now. Yeah. I say.
And Chris Brown has his problematic shit too.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick Chris Brown.
I mean, who else is really, like a king at this point?
But yeah, I definitely pick Chris Brown over Usher.
I like him. I like most of the stuff that he puts out.
I never did listen to that 40 song LP he dropped.
I listened to some of it, but I'll be honest, I haven't gone back to it. I have not gone back to it.
It's too much.
So last question on this R&B topic. Is it, because like I said, I still kind of listen to R. Kelly, and then we just brought up Chris Brown. How hard is it, or is it not hard for you to separate the artists from their personal issues?
I never had a problem with separating the artists from the music. I still play R. Kelly, but you know what? I just don't bring him up because I don't want to have that conversation or that battle with people. Because if as soon as I say, "Oh, I separate the man from the music," nah. So no, I can.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to bring them up in conversation. That's why I really didn't talk about it too much here, because I don't want nobody to be like,
they be looking at you crazy.
Yeah, because I don't keep stepping in the name of love. Because I know it's somebody's birthday tonight.
Is that on the Chocolate Factory?
Yes.
Okay.
But my favorite R. Kelly song, well, I don't know if it's my favorite, but this is the one where I just be wanting to get it on to. Seems like you're ready.
Hey, temperatures rising.
That's it. That is it. The first two lines was like, oh.
My favorite R. Kelly song. My favorite is, it might be When a Woman's Fed Up. It's my favorite. That might be my favorite. But what I listen to more often, probably Sex Me. And the second one, not the first one, the second one.
What did he talking about?
He said that's okay though, because the Dream about to give us a double album for some reason. Oh, the Dream had hits too.
He do got some hits.
Like you said, honorable mentions. The Dream, he had hits. Neo has a lot of hits.
Yeah, Neo does.
Neo also writes for a lot of people.
Married. I mean, he's wrote for Mary J. He's written for Beyonce. Yeah.
So what else you want to get into before
he says Avant with the blue dress shirt and the read your mind. Yeah, he's so stupid.
I can read your mind, baby. You should have that playing. I know
you better stop, Didi.
It's all right. He had he was on Unsung not too long ago too.
I was listening to him on the way here too. Shit, you and I. That song he did with Kiki.
Oh God, Kiki.
That bitch can sing, but she on a whole nother level. We got the question of the night before we roll out of here.
Oh, I didn't even. Do I have a question of the week?
I do. All right. Question of the week. Question of the week. When did men start becoming petty? That's the question of the week, y'all. Question of the week. When did men start becoming petty? I asked this question because you sent me a nice little informational tweet.
Yes.
And it was,
I was being messy.
You can introduce it because you're more familiar with the guy's name and stuff.
So you guys are probably aware of his name is Pierre, but I guess he goes by P. From QC, the label, the record label. He is caught up right now in some shit with both of his baby mothers.
Alleged baby mama.
Oh, he said alleged.
We don't know if that other girl's the baby. If he's the baby daddy.
He
Are
is.
you sure?
Yes, she is. He admitted it. They both admitted it.
The one with the red, that had the red dresses ready to pop. Oh my!
They both admitted it. So all that being said, basically, I'm not gonna hash it out, but basically, two women are pregnant by him at the same time. And what's terrible about this whole situation to me is that they are not the ones that put out this petty information, behind the scenes information. He's the one that put it out. So basically, he is engaged to one of the women. Obviously, one of the women that he's with right now.
That is newly pregnant.
And one of the things that bothered me the most is that she did not release that information yet. She hadn't put it out to the public that she was pregnant. He did it. And he only did it because they're kind of arguing right now.
Out of spite.
So basically what he did was post a picture of a woman that got pregnant for him earlier in the year. She's about to pop. And then he posted a picture of the woman, his fiance, that's pregnant now as well. And so it caused a whole uproar between the two women. And, they were going back and forth with each other earlier in the week. What I'm seeing now, though, is that they're not necessarily going at each other anymore. Right. They're more talking about him and his pettiness and what he's doing.
Because he posted it on his IG, did a post and delete, like a quick post, and he deleted it. So, and then You telling me about their background.
Post and delete is about. Yeah. Post and delete is like, yeah, I want y'all to see this, but I know it's gonna cost some shit, so I'm gonna take it down. Yeah. But your intention was to cost some shit.
Yeah, because people, the shade room caught it.
So my question is, because this is not the first time that I'm seeing something like this, where a man is kind of the one that's like putting out, personal information, talking bad about, whatever person that he's with, or whatever situation that he's in, and putting it out like to the world, social media. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the biggest issues that I have, and being okay with it. Like, yeah, I did it, and it's whatever. I thought that type of thing was what they would quote unquote say is like a female trait.
You think that's another way of him marking his territory? Just pissing on his territory, just putting it out there to the world like, hey, I got her knocked up, I got her knocked up. You know what I'm saying?
It's possible, because one of the biggest things that people was saying was like, first of all, he is, in my opinion, very unattractive. Yeah. And both these women are gorgeous.
I got nothing from him at all. I got nothing.
Beautiful. So that's one of the biggest things that people were saying, like, how did this dude get, these two women? So it could be like an ego thing.
He must got game.
I don't even think it's
I'm talking about game, this game.
You think so? Yeah. I think it's the money. I think it's just the fact that they know that he has money.
You got to give me more than just for me. You. For me in particular, you got to give me more than you just rich. Because I could have been probably with a rich man by now, but he ain't give me that vibe that say I want him vibe. Just him, his mind, body, spirit, and soul. Like, yeah, I know he got dollars, but nah, I know. I get it. People marry for money and all that shit. But
yes, I couldn't. I don't think I could I'm not gonna say never, but I don't personally. I don't think I could do that. I know that women do that. I'm saying
be attracted to you.
In this situation, I think that's what it was. Okay. I think that it's just. I mean, it's possible. I don't know, but that one girl, Lyra, she was with Rick Ross too. So
I can't.
Hey,
girl, listen.
So back to the question. When did men become
petty?
Okay. Men have always been petty.
What else? But when has it been okay to just be petty?
For them to just be petty and just be loud and proud about it. Even that situation with Pusha T. Yeah. And putting out all that, behind the scenes shit that we didn't know, we didn't need to know. Yeah. Just all of that. Getting on the Joe Budden show and just talking about all that shit. And I'm just like, when did it become? And then the men on the timeline that just be like, yeah, hell yeah, expose that bitch. And I'm like, whatever. When did this become? I'm not saying it's okay when women do it either, but I just feel like men are always like, oh, that's what the women do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, they always trashing us for doing it, but now they getting real comfortable with doing it themselves.
And I'm trying to figure out why.
I don't know. But with all that being said, I know we here. So I know that's going to cut off in a hot second. So before this Instagram cuts us off, I just want to say thank you to everybody that's been rocking with Let's Keep It 100 from day one. Yes. I just want to say some extra special shout outs to some people who I know pretty popping on a regular. So shout out to Ms. Nic. Shout out to Kelly. Shout out to Big Dev. Shout out to Trista. Shout out to Trista.
On Lori Life. It's Lori Life.
It's Lori's Life. It's a whole lot of you guys. That's
BJ.
Go BJ. That's our BJ. So shout out to all of you guys who popped in and our regular ones. And the ones that just show love on Twitter and by retweeting and commenting. And I appreciate it. So shout out to all you guys.
Definitely.
Can't wait to bring y'all 2019.
Definitely. Thank you for supporting us as you guys have done. We look forward to bringing you bigger and better content in 2019. Not just on us, but like I'm looking forward to like what all the creators.
Yeah, all the creators.
Because I know 2019 is gonna be like phenomenal for a lot of people. So this is our last episode of the year. So thank you guys so much. It's been so much fun, Jackie. I'm glad that we decided to do this.
Yeah, listen, I was just happy you picked me, girl, because you could have picked any other crazy. Any crazy.
I knew what I was doing. But thank y'all so much. And we appreciate y'all. It's been an awesome year. And we just look forward to bringing y'all bigger and better content.
We might about to kick this door down in 2019.
Hell yeah, we got some shit for y'all. So yeah, so that's when I'll be like, okay, Jackie.
Girl, you ain't never tell me that.
No, but it cuts you off at like 1:20. It doesn't give you the whole 2 minutes. But anyway, so yes, we appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Stay tuned. We got some new shit coming for y'all. Catch the replay. You got 24 hours. And
sign up for the YouTube.
Sign up to our YouTube. What's the?
I don't know the link, but
Let's keep it 100.
It's gonna be in the it's gonna be in the Let's Keep It 100 Instagram page link. We're gonna put that link in there.
We'll post it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, y'all. Appreciate you.
Bye.
Peace. Yeah, it cuts you off like.
Oh, okay. Oh, disrespectful thing. Hey, YouTuber laying out there.
Like totally ignoring you.
No, I was looking at it from time to time, but I don't know how we're gonna do. Well, the new setup, we ain't even gonna worry about the IG, so it'll be a totally different. We're gonna just be like head on with you guys. You guys
will be our focus,
our main focus. Okay, as Herwis says, focus. Focus on me.
Yeah, that's a good song. That's a really good song. That was a good album.
Girl, I was playing that on the way here. Girl, listen, my whole playlist got me to New York. Listen, I just let it ride. Listen, every time a song come on, tweet. I was tweeting all the playlists. Tweet.
I saw you.
But yeah, so thank you guys for hanging out with me.
Yes, more to come. Yay. We are really excited about what we have going on. Yes, and YouTube is going to be our home base. Home base,
and Twitter too. So if you are not a person who watches YouTube and you're a Twitter person, go on Twitter, follow at the Empress Nic, follow at I'm Just Jackie, and you're still going to catch our live feed come New Year. So maybe I said too much, but I'm just saying.
It's all good.
Y'all ain't ready.
It's time.
Y'all ain't ready. All I'm saying is, I know our pod peers gonna be like, damn, these bitches out here. Yes, we out shield. We trying to do some new stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, we want to be pioneers too. We want to set some levels where people want to kind of catch up to us.
Right.
I think we already have set some levels.
We have.
On the low.
We have.
But thank you to everybody who's been rocking with us from the beginning. And I'm gonna drop a video for you guys next week to hold you over until the new year. We got some old footage from a pajama party.
Some lost footage.
Listen, honey, I'm gonna tell y'all. Listen, all I'm gonna say is tits and giggles. That's what I should call that episode. Tits and giggles. Because you know why.
Yes, I remember. That's the perfect name for it, actually.
Okay. Bye, y'all. That's all we got. And we love you guys.
Thanks.
Deuces. All right, where we at? Did I end it? No, I didn't. There we go.